What's up guys, it's Jerry from Awkward Gaming and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links DD Tower Fire Dimension Part 5. Yep, we're doing this again, and I really want to get through this before the event ends in like 2 days, so I might just rush through like all the recordings in like one day. Because I'm literally only halfway through. I'm at 15, and there's like 30 floors. I want to get through this thing so badly. So let's go down. Let's fight this guy, and all of the like missions that I have to do, I am just gonna skip over them, do them on my own time when I'm not recording on screen, so I can like actually, you know, take the time to switch out cards in my deck, or do stupid conditions like, you know, tribute summon 3 times. You know, some decks just can't do that. Right now I'm using Ban and Keith and my XYZ Contact Fusion deck. I just don't have XYZ Dragon Cannon. They did, what's it called, release a new pack, which I did a video on, and they have VW, oh my god, that's such a bad hand, and they have a VW Tiger Catapult now, so that's pretty cool. If you guys didn't know, XYZ Cannon and VW Tiger Catapult, they do combine into what I like to call the Power Ranger. So I should have a card up there right now. It's pretty freaking cool. I remember that card first came out. Well, actually, the first time I saw that card, I was like super surprised. I had no idea what I was looking at, and I was thinking to myself, man, I really want to like make a deck that has this card in it and actually use it in like tournaments and like actually win with it. The downside to that idea was that it was impossible at the time. By the time I came back into Yu-Gi-Oh, it was during it was the beginning of the Teledad format. Now, if you guys don't know the Teledad format, that's the teleporting, I think it's teleporting Dark Arm Dragon, and like Black Wings were like really like the biggest thing ever. Like Blackwing, Teledad. It was like a psychic deck, I believe. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I just remember Black Wings and that deck being like freaking everywhere. And it was 100% impossible for like a really crappy Power Ranger deck to actually work. There's just no way. But in this game, oh my god, look at all this. Really? A third one? And you're gonna put one on me. Why would you do that? It's not even worth using that card now.
You ain't one yet.
Why you gotta be so rude to me, man?
Mike, I draw.
Oh, cool, I got that. I'm gonna set this.
I set a card face down.
It doesn't work the way I want it because they don't equip to each other. Great. Let's summon this again. Anyway, like I was saying,
In attack position.
yeah, some decks just aren't viable, like ever, which is really weird. Like, why would Konami make a Yu-Gi-Oh deck if it's just not going to be viable? And if you don't know what viable means, basically it means, is it worth using in the meta? Is it the most efficient tactic available? No, it's not. Konami purposely, Jesus Christ, really? It's gonna be more than my monster. Are you kidding me? I can't jump over that. Even if I half its attack, it's gonna kill me. What kind of shitty hand was that? That is such bullshit. Ah, you suck, dude. Alright, well, I got plenty of these, and they're only good for this event, so might as well use them. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of decks that just, like, aren't viable, like, ever. And, the Power Ranger deck, when it came out, was just one of those decks that just never could be viable, just by the nature of the deck. I mean, if you look at the XYZ deck, even in Duel Links, it kind of has a hard time, because, you know, you gotta have, if you want to get like the boss monster out, you have to have literally all 3 cards on the field, so you can't just get them out in one turn. And it's not like you can Palmerize. You can't use Palmerization to like just combine all of them. I will not use the skill.
Step right up to get smacked down. It's my turn.
Alright, douche
I
nugget.
draw.
This time I got a really good hand.
Watch this. I summon a monster and attack from my hand. I
Yeah, look at that.
continuous
Punk.
spell. From my hand, I activate a continuous spell.
Let's activate this.
I activate
So yeah,
a continuous
that's the one thing I really don't like about like Yu-Gi-Oh, like the actual like card game, is that Konami, the company that makes Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they literally will make decks
My monster's effect activates.
full knowing that they're never gonna be good. It's weird. It's like some of the cards that I see in this game, I look at them and I'm like, whoa, these cards came out really recently. Like, really recently. And they kind of don't belong in, like, a Battle City kind of setting. But then I think to myself, well, their effects are really shitty. Really, really, really terrible effects.
I draw.
But they're pretty balanced for,
This is it.
like,
I summon a monster and
the
attack position.
situation or the setting of this game. Where, like, everything is watered down. The game is a lot simpler. Like, we don't have to deal with, like, pendulum summons and stuff like that. We don't have to deal with anything, like, super complicated.
I attack your life points directly.
And believe me, Yu-Gi-Oh can get extremely complicated. Like, you literally will have
I am my
rulings within cards that are, you know, they're not on the card. You'll have rules that are on the card that are not on the card that you have to look up online, and then the card works that way. It's really stupid. Let's just attack again.
I attack with a monster.
What is he gonna get? Oh, Salamandra. Freaking 2 of those. Such bull, man.
My monster attacks you directly.
Alright. And in turn. So yeah, like I was saying, so they purposely make cards knowing full well that they're garbage. And how would you know that these cards are garbage? Well, there's a certain standard.
Oh,
You know,
I see you quaking in your boots.
there's like a standard
Draw.
that some cards need to like uphold. For example, Monster Reborn is literally the perfect magic card or spell card or whatever that gets monster back from the grave. They've made Monster Reborn copycats with like Rope of Life, which are okay, but they're not as good as Monster Reborn. Like, Monster Reborn set the standard. Everything else that copies that card is just a step below. And you might think to yourself, why would they make cards like that? Let's see. I special summon this guy. Does a face-up attack position. That's terrible.
My turn.
You might think to yourself, like, what's the point of making all these like copycat cards when the original is just better in every way? Well,
Gotcha.
it's because they want to, like, you know, introduce new cards into like the game, just cycle them, I guess. I don't know. Monster Reborn gets banned a lot, so they want to bring cards that kind of do what it does, but not exactly.
My turn. I draw.
And it's weird,
I summon
but
a
I guess it
monster
works out.
and
Alright,
attack
let's see. I'm gonna fuse these guys. For this dude, let me see. You can discard it once, target one face-down monster. That's worthless. I do need to still fuse them, so...
This is it.
At least I can
summon a monster
play a
from my
fusion
hand.
weapon on this guy.
I activate an equip spell.
Alright. Get some power.
That
Attack this thing.
sayonara, sucker.
Easy. Except for the last time when I didn't get any, like, good monsters. So yeah. Konami likes to make cards and decks that are just terrible. But the nice thing about this game is that those bad cards that just don't fit in, like, the meta that they were introduced in, they can work here. And that's why I really love this game more than like DevPro. And I got a comment of a guy saying, "Oh man, like DevPro, like I've played DevPro and it's like way better than this because like you can, you know, make any deck and completely trash people like who make decks here." Well, like yeah, man, no duh, you can. You have every single deck available, or all the cards available. But there are a lot of cards that just are terrible now that you really want to use. They're really cool cards, but like you can't use them anymore because they're just bad. Like they're just really bad. If a card doesn't special summon from the deck or search from the deck or something like that, then it's not a good card anymore.
From my hand, I activate a continuous
Special
spell.
summon this.
Watch this. I summon a monster.
And I'll
in
leave
attack
that in my
position.
hand.
I end my turn.
Dainketo. So it's like, yeah, like of course, like having everything available, like why would you not use the best stuff around?
I draw.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like imagine you're in like a car race or something like that, and like you're racing a bunch of cars. You have every car available. Like, why would you not use like the race cars? Why would you want to use like I don't know, like a classic car to race? You wouldn't, because you know you want to win. But you know, if you put a restriction, oh, everybody has to only use like certain cars for the race, then it becomes a little more interesting. Or like Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon's another. Actually, I should have used the Pokemon example. That would have been a lot more. Have made a lot more sense. Why did I attack? I could have. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay, yeah, it's like Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon out there. You know, 800 now, I think. And a lot of those Pokemon suck. Like, they're not good. Alright, let's normal summon this. Play this card. Activate this. Let's play this. Who's stronger? They're both the same. Let's play this guy.
Watch this.
And triple attack.
I've got this in the bag. My monster. I've got this in the bag. My monster.
I've got this in the bag.
My monster attacks you directly.
Anyway, yeah, so in Pokemon, there's a lot of really cool Pokemon out there. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Typhlosion. But is Typhlosion viable? No. Is he, like, good compared to, like, Dragonite? No, Dragonite's not even that good anymore. Compared to, like, I don't know, what's a better, Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp is, like, definitive one of the best Dragon Pokemon that you can use in, like, Pokemon battles. But, like, you're like, no, I don't want to use Dragonite. I mean, Garchomp, I want to use, like, Dragonair. Because I know it's, like, a... What's it called? A pre-evolution. But I think it's really cool, and I want to use it. But if you can try to use it in, like, a super competitive setting, but you're probably going to lose. Because, like, Pokemon is just not good. But you're like, no, I want to use it. So then Smogon comes up with all these tiers. Like, oh, you can use Pokemon that are like below your tier level. Oh man, Darkfire Dragon again. You can use Pokemon in these lower tier level, and you can't use Pokemon in the higher tier level, so that, you know, weaker Pokemon have a chance to shine. A lot of people, for some reason... Oh, I have to... Summon Darkfire Dragon in one duel? What? Whatever. So yeah. That's why the tiers are good. Gives weaker Pokemon that normally don't see any competitive play a chance to, like, be good. Now, I don't know why a lot of people really hate the tier list. Because they think to themselves, oh man, you're limiting me from, like, using what I want. Well, I mean, like, yeah. But why don't you consider some of this other stuff? It's pretty good too.
Check this
I don't know, I just went on like a, how many minute rant? I'm pretty sure I went on like a good 10-minute rant on like the state of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ready to lose.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
I draw.
Okay, so I got Fusion Weapon. I have no Fusion because I have this mofo right here. He doesn't do anything. I am still going to summon this dude.
I summon a monster in attack position.
I'm going to play this card.
I activate a continuous.
I'm going to activate this dude.
Continuous spell.
Get myself Oil Man. And Defense Mode, why not?
This is it.
He's going to combine.
My monster's effect activates.
There you go. Oh yeah, so also one of the reasons why Union cards don't really do good in Duel Links, even though I'm still using them, is because they take up so many slots. Like, because of the way this game is, there's literally only 3 spell and trap zones. 3. And when you want to use a Union monster, he takes up a spell and trap. So, like, you're already limiting your options. It's pretty bad. And I essentially went negative... I started off with 5 cards because I went second turn. I went -3. Well, all 3 are on the field. Just for 1 monster. And his attack is only 1500 with Oil Man. I mean, I could have used, like, another Y Dragon and make him, like, 22. But then it's only at 22. That's not that powerful. If this was the regular game, Union cards are still pretty lackluster, even when they first came out, because they still take up the spell and trap slot, but at least you have 5 slots. So just by the very nature of the game, Union monsters kind of get the shaft a little bit. Kind of sucks, but you know what? I can still find a way to win. Makes me happy. And because of Oil Man's effect, I get to draw a card. I get the calculator.
I end my turn.
So yeah, Duel Links. The limitations make the game fun.
I draw.
As weird as that sounds. Because you would never use the calculator in like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Some people might consider it like a waste of a summon. And it kinda is. I mean, like, if this card goes away, if Z Metal Tank goes away, then calculator goes down to like, what, 600 attack because of that. He's 2 stars and times 300. I don't know. I like the calculator. I have a lot of decks where I summon really powerful monsters like right away with a lot of stars on them. So being able to like summon the calculator and have him like jump all the way up to like 3000 just because like some other cards on the field makes me feel pretty good. Okay, let's end the game right now. Normal summon this.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Attack with this. So yeah, as much as I really love this, as much as I love this XYZ deck, I couldn't really get that far up in the ranking. Oh hey, he's at 3000. Check that out. Anyway, like I was saying, as much as I love this XYZ deck, I didn't really get very far in the ranking because all the things I mentioned before, it just took too many like spell and trap slots, and I really need the spell and trap zone to like protect my monsters from like bullshit. Inflict 2000 points of effect damage. Are you kidding me? Use a trap card 3 times in 1 duel. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, I have to do the missions to get the mission points so I can like exchange them for like a chance to get Salamandra, because I really want Salamandra. I remember when I was a kid, I had 3 Exodia pieces that I got from like a video game. It was like a promotional kind of thing. It was the head and like 2 of the arms. And there was this one kid, it was like a neighbor of mine. He had Salamandra plus like 10 other cards, and he really wanted Exodia. So I had 3 Exodia cards, and I thought to myself, okay, I'll trade you my 3 Exodia pieces if you give me Salamandra plus like a bunch of other cards. And it was like some really cool monsters in there. I remember thinking that I got the better deal because when we were done with the trade, he's like, maybe trade backs. And I'm like, yeah, maybe trade backs. Because I kind of did like the Exodia pieces, but it wasn't a full set.
I draw.
So I never, like, decided to,
No
you know,
retreat.
go with it. I'm pretty sure now if I wanted to make, like, an Exodia deck, or if I wanted to, like, buy the Exodia cards just for fun,
From my hand.
I'd do it.
Activate a continuous
I was thinking about getting Red Eyes Black Dragon. Just, like, buying a Red Eyes Black Dragon card, putting it in like a little like plastic card sleeve for fun, and just like putting it on display or something, because like I don't know, I really like the card. Red Eyes Black Dragon was a really cool card when I was a kid. I think it was a cool card for like most kids. Let's activate his effect,
My monster's effect activates.
power up my Wide Dragon Head, 2100, and attack.
I attack.
What did I set face down, by the way? Oh, Mirror Wall. Okay. See, look at that. You have to have a Frontier Line. Like, if you want to play a XYZ deck. Like, you just have to have this card. So this takes up a slot already. And then the Union Monster takes it up another slot. And then now I only have one slot left for a trap card. And I chose Mirror Wall over Enemy Controller. Yeah, I mean, it's a quick play spell card, but you get my point. Let's
My monster's
summon
effect
this guy.
activates. This is it.
So kind of want to start doing damage.
From my hand.
Oh, I'm retarded.
Equip spell.
I am so retarded. I could have fused them. I'm so dumb. You know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to fuse regardless, but
Battle time.
that's just a
I've
waste.
got this in the bag. My monster attacks.
Attack this.
I've got this in the bag. I attack your life
Yeah, I remember
force.
when I was a little kid, I was getting picked up from my grandma's house, and my dad surprised me with like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and it was the Joey starter deck, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know this was out. And it was so weird when my dad gave it to me. I asked him, what is this? Because like I saw the box, and like I was hoping that it would be for me. And my dad is just nonchalantly, like literally nonchalantly, he's like, oh, I bought that for you. Like the most like monotone voice you can think of. He just like, he wasn't like, oh, I got a surprise for you. No, he's like, oh, hey, I bought this for you. So that's my memory of Red Eyes Black Dragon, getting it from a Joey starter deck.
No retreat. I activate an equip spell.
There you go. This goes back to my top of my deck. Play this card.
From my hand, I activate an equip spell. That, you ask nicely, I'll finish you fast.
So yeah, I was thinking about getting buying a Red Eyes Black Dragon card just for nostalgia. Maybe put it on like my shelf or something. So when I invite girls over, they'd be like, "Ew, you still play Yu-Gi-Oh?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, only on my phone." All right, let's see. We've been recording for about 25 minutes. So if you like the video, please leave a like. If you dislike the video, you know what to do. And if you haven't, subscribe. Also, I'm looking for duels to do on the channel. If you want to duel against me, go ahead and private message me any way you can. I prefer Twitter, so my Twitter will be in the link in the description below. I also have a Google Plus there. I think you can contact me from there too. All that will be in the link in the description below. Check out some of our older videos, some of our older Yu-Gi-Oh videos, our older Dragon Ball, Minecraft. We got a bunch of games in the channel. I just gotta look through it. But yeah, we have Pokemon in there too. So, that being said, I'll see you guys next time.